Hi, welcome to my space, welcome to my channel. Oh my god, it's been a while. I have actually had a sit down video. Like I've not been very consistent in terms of posting every week. I apologize. Like when I started this year, I was like, yes, I'm bringing all of it, and oh gosh, it's been so overwhelming. And the second month of the second quarter, like time waits for no one. Well, I'm back now and I hope and I pray that I remain consistent. Right, so today's video basically is about the legal and visa issues that have been affecting a lot of students who have arrived in Malta. I mean, this is not about the initial application for visa now, back home where you're from. This is after arriving in Malta and visa issues with permits and all. A lot of students struggle to understand when and how they should renew or make applications at the right time. In fact, one happened recently and it was really sad. So that would be what I'll be talking about today. By the way, guys, do you like my hair? Yeah, I mean, it's a wig, by the way. I'm not really a fan of wigs because I don't know, I don't like wigs at all, but I saw this and I got this from Paradise Empire. So if you're looking for a wig plug in Malta, Paradise Empire is the place to go. I mean, this is not even about promoting or doing any ad. Like, I mean, it is what it is. If you see something good, talk about it. Like, this is really soft. It feels really light and it's really nice and stuff. It looks very, very natural as well. Speaking about ads, oh my god, in the past couple of months, yeah, I've had a couple of people reach out to me to say, oh, they want me to do like some sort of ad for them, they want me to promote this for them, they want me to like attend webinars and stuff. Oh my god. It is, I mean, it's so amazing seeing how far or what one can achieve with this platform, to be honest. I mean, these are companies in Nigeria and not even just Nigeria, in Dubai as well. You never can tell how far one can go with this YouTube thing. I just remember, I mean, it was just a few years ago, I mean 2 years ago, I think, or is it up to 2 years? Yeah, 2 years ago, when we started this, and it was just supposed to be all play and vibes and all. By the way, I have a school that now offers IT courses related to information technology. As you all know, information technology courses usually are very expensive. However, this school is offering some sort of discount. Do reach out to me if you're looking to study in Malta. So many students actually do struggle with understanding when and how to apply for renewal, the right license or the right permits that they need to actually have a legal status in Malta, right? It doesn't make sense that you spend a lot of money, relocate to a country, but because you're in the quest to just do anything, you find yourself a job and then you do not have the correct legal rights to keep working, to work at that point and stuff. And you just do it and then you get into trouble and you start having legal issues. This particular person actually did find a job. He got the job quite all right. All the employer needed to do was to just apply for his employment license. Like, it is so easy. And sometimes I kind of feel like employers, I don't know, in Malta, I've been hearing of this lately and it's really unfair. I feel like some of them intentionally do things that would jeopardize not even just students now, even full-time workers, right? That would jeopardize their stay here, and then they will find themselves struggling to have the right permit to live in the country and all of that. And to be honest, I just feel it's wickedness, and that's why we all have to be very careful. Be very careful. It's not every employer that you would actually work with, because some of them are just from the pit of hell. Because it's actually heartbreaking to see that after struggling to come here, now this guy is going to be deported. Someone else that I heard of, in his own case, they were at least even lenient to allow him complete his course, and then he will be sent back to his country. But in this case, there was no, let's say, this person did not even have any grace at all. Like, they are working, and so first, I think they were doing some sort of audit in the company, and they found out that, okay, this person does not have the necessary license, and that was the end, So we need to be very careful. So when you find a job in Malta as a student, yes, you have your student permit. Your study permit is you have your residence card, which allows you live and study in Malta legally. However, that card does not give you the permission to actually work in Malta. So what you need as a student when you find that job is an employment license, which is usually issued by Jobs Plus. You cannot apply for this employment license yourself. It is the obligation of your employer to actually apply for this license on your behalf. It is very straightforward and it's not as tedious or complicated as the single permit license, the single work permit. There's a difference between the single work permit and the employment license. Okay, so this employment license is not as tedious. They do not have to go through a whole lot of process to apply for this at all. You know, it is very, very straightforward. Usually it's for temporary workers, students, maybe service providers, or people who are self-employed and that are non-EU. So what you need is an employment license. It is so straightforward and easy. Like, I really do not know, it's not a big deal. Okay, yes, you need to pay. I think it's about 150 euros. If the employer is not even willing to pay, offer to pay. I mean, you're going to be paid salary anyway. Offer to pay if that is the problem. They do not have to go through the bureaucracy that they go through when they are applying for single permit, where they have to prove that they didn't find any European citizen and all. This one is really straightforward, okay? So all they need to do is go on Jobs Plus, and this is it. If it's a new application or an extension that is required, it could be that the third country national is still abroad, select that as well. And yeah, employment details as well, you know, the salary, gross being paid, and working conditions. For a new application, it is 150 euros plus this 80 euros to issue the employment license in the first year, and then there is the 58 euros for extension every year. It is pretty straightforward to apply for this employment license. Do not allow any employer deceive you into just, oh, okay, just come work and then we'll be paying you. At the end of the day, yes, they'll get fined, but they'll continue their business. But then you would now be faced with serious legal issues. Okay, and looking at this now, I kind of feel that the reason why most of them might not want to apply, for their employment licenses, if the working conditions does not meet up to the minimum working conditions that is expected. For me, I feel it's even going to protect the employee. I know of people as well who, after they relocated to Malta as a student, while still with their student permit, they managed to get a full-time job. It is possible. And the employer was willing to go the whole 9 years, apply for this work permit for this student, and then they are now, I know more than two, in fact, like about 5 people I know personally who managed to get a full-time job, even though they came in as a student. And mind you, it's not like, oh, their course was going to end soon or whatever. In fact, for some people, even in their second, third month, they managed to get a full-time job even before they had their student permit. Do you understand? So yes, it is possible, but do it right. Never work illegally. As a matter of fact, I feel like any right-thinking company or any serious organization would actually want to do things right. That is how I feel you would even know a good company. Another thing I would like to talk about as well is, it is so important that before you renew, before your visa, be it your visa or your study permit expires, go and renew. So for visa, like when you come into the country and you have your visa, before that visa expires, you must submit your application online. Even though you are still in the process, even though you do not have some documents, just submit it. Identita, which is a company that goes through, that processes this application, would always get back to you to say, oh, okay, provide this document, oh, you need this missing, this document is missing. But it's so important that before it expires, you actually submit the application. At least submit with every other document you have. Okay, for the employment license or your study permits, if eventually, after you've eventually gotten your study permits and all, before it expires, if you feel like, okay, you need more time to search for a full-time job, because some people are actually lucky, before their study permit expires, they've already found that full-time job, right? However, if by the end of your course you do not have a full-time job yet, apply for an extension before it expires. Same goes with even like work permit and all of that. It is so important that you have a legal status at all times in the country. In fact, for work permit, for example, you can even apply you can apply for renewal 3 months in advance. So that will be the end of this video. I just thought to come share with you all because it is really heartbreaking when I hear of these stories of people being deported, It's not like he committed a crime, you know. Yes, I know that he so for some reason you're a victim of circumstance, but it's really not fair. So be careful, guys. Be careful, guys. And yeah, see you in my next video.